Hi guys, I am making you all one video because I have spent the afternoon thinking about um, your final essay, thinking about all of the different comments that I want to make on your rough drafts, on your outlines, things like that. And I want to talk with you guys more individually. I guess I want to slow down a little bit. I feel like we are like tumbling toward a deadline. And I think that it is making me feel a little stressed out. And if I'm stressed and I don't have to write this, maybe you guys are feeling a little stressed too. So I'm looking at the schedule, and this is the plan. Because I didn't get to conference with anyone today in class, Tuesday, I am going to reorganize the schedule a little bit. So on Thursday, the plan was we were going to do peer review. So I was going to have you guys like read each other's work, but I want to talk with you all more specifically about your drafts. So I'm going to move peer review to Tuesday, and I'm going to move the due date for your essay until Thursday, June 7th. So right now, it was due Tuesday, June 5th, and I'm changing it, as you can see on the screen here, I'm changing it to Thursday, June 7th. The essay will be due on Thursday, and we'll talk about a new essay. So you'll have a whole nother week to be working on your essay. And so what I'm going to do here is I am just going to conference, basically conferences. How do you spell that? Conferences. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you guys about your rough draft, because I still want your homework for Tuesday is not changing. Your homework is still to read and take the proofreading quiz, the editing quiz, and I still want you to bring in a copy of your whole rough draft, okay? So I want to see the changes that you've been making on your work. Some of you already maybe have a rough draft. That's great. Turn that in, and don't stress too much. Some of you just have a rough draft of your descriptive bio. That's wonderful. Some of you have a rough draft of everything. That's great. Bring in your rough draft of the whole thing. So make sure that you finalize as much as you can. If it's not a full 5 pages, that's okay. You'll get there eventually. But bring in as much as you can. Make sure, y'all, please make sure that you're turning your work in on Blackboard before the deadline, which is, when class starts. So for this class, because we don't have computers in front of us, you have to turn your stuff in on Blackboard, and you have to bring in a hard copy if the schedule says. So always make sure you're checking the schedule. And then let's see, what else do I want to tell you? Okay, so let's look at the schedule again. So Thursday, when we come to class, instead of me sending out individual videos for you, I'm going to talk with each one of you in class. That's what we are going to do on Thursday. That's what we're going to spend our time doing on Thursday. So what does that mean? What are you going to do while I'm talking with your classmates? Because you're going to have something to do. If you have a computer that you can bring with you, please bring your computer. You can then be working on your assignment. If you don't, I'll just probably have you kind of go through and do manual edits to your draft that you bring in. Some people will not bring in a draft. You guys will be working on your assignment. So I think that there's things that you can be doing, and then contingency plan. Yeah. Okay, so Thursday we're going to do conferences. I'm going to talk with you individually because I think that we just need to slow down a little bit. The essay deadline has been pushed to Thursday, June 7th, and on Tuesday we'll do peer review. Okay, so we'll do what we were going to do Thursday, but we'll do that on Tuesday. So still do your homework. Make sure you're checking Blackboard. Some of you are missing assignments that you can't turn in anymore because the deadline has passed, so don't forget to check Blackboard. Okay. I think that covers everything. Oh no, there's something else that I want to talk to you about. Okay, so when you look at the comments that I handed back to you today on your discovery draft activity, look in the bottom right corner of the first page of your assignment, and you're going to see something with a little circle. Some of you will see an eye with a circle around it. It looks like a 1. If you see an eye with a circle, I want you to be focusing a little bit as you kind of work on your next draft. I want you to be focusing more on introspection. Sorry, I'm like really white. Okay, focus on introspection. So when I read your draft, I felt like it was surface level, it wasn't deep enough for me. So I want you to dig a little bit deeper. Some of you will see an S and a circle. In that case, I want you to focus on structure. Most of the time, your structure, some of you have really great structure, and some of you have a lot of structural issues that you want to work on. But I say issues, it's not really an issue. I mean, I know this was just a discovery draft. I didn't ask you to do structure, but some of you did do structure and some of you didn't. So work on that. Work on bringing those topic sentences out, the ones that you highlighted, the ones that you underlined, and focusing in on those. Some of you will see a DV. That stands for development. I want you to work on how you develop your ideas. So for those of you that do see a DV, you'll notice that you have these like wonderful sentences that really reflect who you are, but you don't elaborate on them. You kind of move on very quickly to the next thing to talk about, and you aren't developing those ideas. So I want you to develop your highlighted sentences further, and you can do that with narration, telling a little story. You can do that with examples. You can do that with more explanation that relates to what you're saying. So keep working on development. Let's see, some of you guys will see a C or a U, and that stands for cohesion and unity. So I felt like you guys had really good structure. You had a lot of ideas that related, but as I'm going through the specific area, like as I'm going through your draft, I am seeing that one paragraph is about one thing, another paragraph is about something very different, and I want you to start finding a thread that's going to unify your ideas. Okay, so for you, your goal is to figure out how you can weave these ideas together so that the paragraphs can relate in some way. They don't have to relate in major epic ways, but you want to find something that's connecting you and who you are throughout all of your essay. In some cases, you might see the word focus and a circle. If you see that, that just means that I want you to pick a focus. Your discovery draft showed a lot of different ideas, a lot of things that you could talk about. If I wrote focus, I probably underlined some things for your discovery draft, and I want you to maybe focus in and narrow in on those ideas. IS, I think that covers all of the things that I talked about. Some of you turned in your work online, so of course I didn't have a little letter in a circle, and in that case, check my comments that I wrote for you online. I probably wrote more specific comments. I tend to write more specifically when I'm typing things in. Hello, someone's looking at the schedule. Okay, so I think that covers everything. And I'm going to send this video out. Hopefully y'all will watch it before Thursday, but I'll update you on Thursday if not. Email me if you have any questions. So this is in lieu of specific videos for each one of you because I'm actually just going to push our timeline back a little bit, and I'm going to do all that specific stuff in class on Thursday. Okay? Have a good night, y'all.